Hey guys, this is Lucid. We have got another video for you here in Bumble Rumble. I got two turns actually. I got my current turn, which I just got in, and then turn 82, which often don't record on the weekends, oddly enough, how my schedule works. So this was a weekend turn that I'm coming back to. You can see this is probably the shortest turn file we've had in a while. Auspex didn't find anything. We summoned a Mount Fiend. We cast Astral Window, so we'll take a look at that. Cast Augury. TNC attacked with werewolves. We found a Druid's Grave, which is here. So this was formerly Pangea Land, too. So I don't know if they didn't have time to site search it, but it's very odd finding nature sites in Pangea Land. I wasn't really prone to do that, but I did it anyway and we found something. We also found an enchanted tomb in that same province. So give me that death income. We're up to 25 death income. 35 nature. 35 astral. 58 water. 21 earth, and then 13 air and 13 fire and 12 air. That's about as high as I think I've ever had in a game. I think that surpasses my my Yomi game where I got super lucky with site searching. Here, I think the map is just so big. Okay, Enchanted Tomb. Blood Hunters, we got 15 Blood Slaves. We got attacked by a Defiler of Dreams, which actually is a kind of scary horror. Not the kind of horror that is going to kill Mr. Hands, because Mr. Hands don't give a fuck. But he did delete Mr. Hands' shield. Let's go ahead and watch that again. I'm pretty sure Mr. Hands had a shield. Somebody was actually posting in the video that if you have armor negating attacks, those are very likely to destroy shields. So, these are armor piercing. These are armor negating. So these Astral Claws are apparently really good at destroying shields. Like, rip. One hit kills my shield. Which I guess makes sense, but it does make you not want to put shields on them. So anyway, that happened. We also see a battle in Ulm. And so this is a kind of cool battle. Ulm, the player who's playing Ulm now, so the first player subbed out. I think he got in too many games. Which, you know, kind of stinks. I think he's actually subbed out in a few games I've been in. But, anyway, he needed to sub out, and the player we got, was more than you can ask for him to sub into kind of a losing position. But Ulm had not lost enough to go AI. Like, it would have just been a land grab for whoever's near him, which I'm one of the people near him, but it's still not cool to do. So we have Ulm's Pretender here, which... I don't know if it's died a few times or what, but maybe it's just pure scales with just a little magic diversity, or maybe it's got, oh no, it's muted, okay. It's got an elixir of life, so it will respawn. I don't actually know if this happens in the same battle or what. We've got some super combatants, this guy with 2 fire brands and a ring of regen. This guy with a Vine Shield, Boots of Antitus, which give limited regen, and then Earth Magic, and then Herald Lance, a Coral Blade, the Copper Arm. They're kind of okay, for sure. This guy has a ton of protection, though. Yeah, let's see how this goes. TNC, on the other hand, has a very massive army. He has about 50 Geomancers, which are the best unit TNC has, which are these little fuckers. They're Earth 1, Astral 1, and yeah. Very, very, very good cross path. Very, very good. These guys are the shit. One thing we could potentially look at doing, because we have pretty long-lived dudes, is potentially Burden of Time is a play that's going to be very good against the human nations. It's going to wreck Pythium and TNC both. But whoever has Gift of Health won't be affected, so you'd have to do that in conjunction with stealing Gift of Health, which I believe now Pythium has. Now that was actually kind of unfortunate. This big volley of Iron Blizzard and arrows, it looks like it mostly hit these guys. TNG has done air shield, so all the projectiles aren't really going to hurt him. He has mass protection up. He did Strength of Gaia, so he gets 5 resistance to everything, 10 poison resistance. Will of Fates, and he also got 5 shock resistance, but it got negated by Army of Lead or Gold. I'm not sure which one. Probably Army of Lead. Magic resistance is reasonably high. So these are very hard to kill troops. Let's just say that. We have Divine Channeling up, Grip of Winter. I don't know if that was TNG casting it or what. Light of the Northern Star. So most of Ulm has already broken. I don't think these guys are flying, no. But Ulm's super combatants are kind of going ham. Ulm's god here is probably not long for this world. This guy's just going nuts over here, just absolutely nuts. And this isn't even terribly good gear. I mean, it looks like he's like, what do we got? I mean, this is the shit. This item's really fucking good. But everything else is kind of like, what do we got? Let's throw it on. Which honestly is usually how it is when you're defending your capital, but... Okay, Rip Pretender. Let's see what afflictions he got. Okay, hard to say. Okay, this guy got paralyzed. They're shooting over here. This guy's getting shot up a lot. He's routed, so he's trying to get the fuck off. So is this guy. They're both routed. Now, there's a very big... A lot of these guys have run, but there's a pretty big mage contingent here. A lot of these are communion slaves. Which is good, because a lot of them... Well, you need to have a lot, because basically you have a lot of off-path magic casting. Like, some of these guys, I think, are in the communion as masters, and they have air and other stuff. Man, this is kind of cool. I do dig TNG custom armor. Like, Reinvigoration 2's the shit. It's just cool. I dig it. But, okay, so I think the King of Earth Elementals got off, at least in my version. Because the game replay actually is a little different for this one. And then basically what's going to happen is the battle's going to time out. They just can't kill this guy. He just has too high a protection. And with Liquid Body and all these things... Ice Devils are super combatants, man. They can get killed, but like this guy, 23 MR, he got paralyzed some. Some people tried charming him at the end, but now everybody's running. So they didn't... If they had more Astral... I mean, this was a huge Astral Communion. But the thing is, a lot of times if you have high MR, Astral likes paralyze over Soul Slay and stuff. So you just get paralyzed. If you get high-level Nature Mages in range of Charm, they really do like casting that. But aside from that, it can be a little tricky. So that was this battle. So TNG didn't lose that much. They lost some Imperial Horsemen, that was the biggest, and they lost some Red Guard. Did not lose many mages. And they killed a lot. So I would say, and here it shows this guy having died, whereas in the battle he escaped. I went and checked that. So I think it was just one of the battle play replay bugs. But yeah, the Ulm importantly routed a large portion of TNG's army. So yeah, they weren't able to like, and I don't know if the port was broken. But, yeah. We probably could look back on the previous turn and find out. An Earth Gnome has joined. We got some Death Gems. We found some of these stupid indies that are one of our fertility cults that we've got to get rid of. And unfortunately our birds, which help find them because we need patrollers and we don't really have a ton of troops right now, they mostly die. And then they killed the Dryad, and then the army routed, they got fucked. So we're going to continue on patrolling here. We've got who knows how many people to get rid of, but we've got to get rid of all of the fertility cult stuff, which you can see there's a lot of. And once we do, hopefully we'll get income from this province again, and then I think it also, some of these guys are, I think, heretics, so, or somehow it gets rid of your dominion. I could be wrong, but having a ton of dominion strength here, I forget all the conditions for getting rid of it. I really could look it up, but either having a lot of dominion or you just have to patrol out all the little Indies who spawn and we'll get rid of them. We've got another one right here we were patrolling. We got rid of some, but I don't think we got rid of enough. Let's see what else. Okay, so that's basically it for this turn. We have broken through this fort here, which we're going to be storming. I don't think there's much inside, so we'll find out. This fort, I'm hoping when we move these guys in that we will have enough to break it next turn. Because this is a fair amount, like 150, they've been on 2 turns, so it's like 300, and then plus another 50. And that means we'll be at 200. We'd be like right at the cusp for 3-turn cracking it, so I don't know if it will work. I might be a few dudes short. This army, we're going to go ahead and move on top of this fort. I don't think there's much here. We're still respecting him enough to use gems in all of our little parties. I mean, he could have mages. We're doing poison ward some. Maybe not enough. If he does Foul Vapors, it would probably still hurt. I had this person going in to do poison ward, but he hasn't cast Foul Vapors once. I doubt he's going to do it on his last fort. So we're going to cast it a little bit, but not much. So instead, we're going to site search here with these two. And these guys are going to go ahead and move in this way. I got approached this turn by Shinuyama. So right now, the Diplo state is Pythium and Shinuyama are attacking Tianchi. And it does not appear, because like there's a Pythium army down here, and I don't know where it went, but it doesn't look like it's very big. Or like it got beaten. I haven't seen a battle because I've tried to, be scouting and stuff, but... yeah, anyway. It looks like Tianchi's kind of winning, which is impressive, because Tianchi's like attacking Ulm. Meanwhile, while they're trying to conquer Ulm, they've got to conquer Pythium or they've got to fend off Pythium and Shinuyama. So that is going to kind of be a bummer. Now, I think it's been mostly a draw with Pythium and Tianchi. Shinuyama, I think, has lost an important army. And they told me that this turn. So, Shinuyama's kind of big too. I don't have full vision, but I think there's something like this. There's something like that. Marignan, I think, was up here. I don't know exactly where, but they have Marignan stuff. And I don't know how much of Marignan stuff they have, but I think they're kind of big. So, anyway. It just shows, I seem like I'm really big in this game, but there's just huge parts of the map that I have no vision of. So that is that. So anyway, Shinuyama approached me this turn and said, "Hey man, do you want to take down Eternal Pyre?" And I was like, "Well, I can. But I don't really have the gems." And he said, "Well, I have some fire gems I can trade you." And so I said, "Okay, we'll trade death." So I'm going to kind of keep my death bank, and when he gets 60 fire, which I think will be in a few turns, I'm going to try to take it. To do that, I'm going to use my enchantment site, which is down here, and I need to use this fire guy, so we're going to march his ass all the way down there. I gave him the Ruby Eye, which I forged recently, which is going to give 2 water gems a month, but it gives me +1 fire. So once I put the fire hat on him and give him a ring of wizardry, or not, just the little skull fire thing, he'll be at fire 6, which should be enough to cast it. So we'll be doing that. That will actually be pretty nice, because I actually can spam out murdering Winter. Um, yeah. Anyway. What else? I think that's about it for the events of the turn. In terms of what I'm going to be doing. So, we're saving as many fire gems. I've got another astral window, or stone sphere. So, we're going to be casting that. I think at this, I want to see what throne this is, but then we're also going to be casting it around Ulm. And maybe even on Ulm. I can't remember. No, I think I'm... Okay, this guy's going here. I've got a scout going here. We're going to be taking this, which should give me vision of that. I might cast it here, but I'm not sure. What I expect to happen is next turn there's going to be a lot of guys coming in that ran from this Ulm battle to re-break down the fort walls. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Ulm holding out a few turns, like, with this defense actually might be really good for me. Actually, let's do one more breakdown. If he did good kits on these super combatants, he probably could have killed everyone. Like, what would be a good kit? Let's see what their blessing is. I don't actually really know. Okay, they do have magic weapons. Air shield, shock resistance, defense skill, undying, blood surge, combat speed. Okay. Pretty freaking high defense if you look at that. How about that? Okay, so what should he do? Like, first of all, I think you want both these guys going berserk, and if he has the means to get an Ice Devil, which means he must have some blood, he probably can have Flesh Eaters, and Flesh Eaters are the shit on super combatants. Especially like these where they're mostly unkillable. So stacking MR, keeping some of the protection stuff, like, honestly, man, like, having another arm here doesn't really help. Like, you just need to not die, and, like, to have a brand so you kill something in front of you. Like, I'd probably give one of these firebrands to each of them, rather than having them both on this guy. You could potentially do the Earth Air Shields, to do the little shocking grasp thing. Those wouldn't be bad. The thing is, you want to fluff them, right? So, I can't remember if Ulm's doing Army of Gold or whatever here. It doesn't appear so, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Yeah. So I guess Ulm never got Army of Gold. I don't know what they were researching, but there's really no excuse for this late, even if you're kind of getting whooped up on to not have Army of Gold. You could be worried about air stuff, but in this case it wasn't a problem. Anyway, and by the time you get Army of Gold, you can also do Ground Army. So, what you want to do is you want to fluff these guys and get them Body Ethereal. You want to get Iron Skin on them, which, like, this guy would benefit a little bit from. This guy would benefit even less from. So these guys don't really need Iron Skin, but Body Ethereal is important. Don't think Fog Warriors would have been the thing here. Fog Warriors might have been the thing. These guys right here with Fog Warriors versus non-sacred troops be pretty good. But mostly it's buffing these guys up, making sure they have regen. You can stack regen, so if you have, like, this guy, the best use for this mage is probably going to be, like, either Foul Vaporing, but these guys are doing Strength of Gaia, so they have poison resistance, so it's not going to do much. But really it's going to be putting a Thistle Mace on them, giving them Nature Gems, and having them cast Regeneration on these two super combatants, and then making sure these guys come out with what do you call it? With Flesh Eaters. And then getting an anti-magic casting off would also be really high value. Or you could just do Iron Will on them, which is easier for Ulm to do a lot of times. Um, and you can ride out with the army or not, as long as these guys get triggered and they go. You also want to make sure they're fatigue neutral. Very important with berserkers, because they lose berserk if they fatigue out. Just generally important too. But yeah, that's probably what I would have done. He would have probably won this fight if he did that. But that got me thinking, how much do I really want Tianchi to have Ulm's capital? And I had kind of been resigned to that Tianchi was going to get it. But I've kind of decided now that I don't want them to, and that I'm going to stop it. So, Tianchi had ended their nap with me, which we never had. But anyway, at least we're all very clear that we don't have one. Yeah. So, with that, what are we going to do? Well, we are going to be using Mr. Hands. So Mr. Hands is going to be gatewaying over here. And he's going to be bringing with him... It only costs 10 gems to gateway. Quite a bargain to move 76 troops, 6 provinces, and my god. So we were going to teleport him, and then I realized we should go ahead and gateway him. So we're going to gateway him here. From here, he can magic phase attack onto the cap. Right now, it's got no enemy dominion. It's just neutral, but I'm guessing Tianchi's dominion's pushing in here. So depending how fast that goes, and it may go too fast, we're probably going to go jump his bones next turn or turn after. Actually, maybe I need to go ahead and reset the next turn, redo it from scratch. Thinking about it. Let's go ahead and pull it up, because there's not too much happening. We're going to basically storm this fort. And yeah, I think that's about it. So let's go ahead and pull up the next turn, which is my current turn. And okay, we finished Thaumaturgy. So this is this is Thaum 9. And now we have run our way down Blood Magic. We're all the way at Blood 5, first turn of researching it, after we finish So our research economy is almost done. We've got Construction 9 left, which... Juggernaut is okay for spreading Dominion, but I mean, I have Preachers. It's not horrible. It's going to give you a free temple check every province when you put one in. So... if you go with a Dominion push strategy, you know, you can make an argument for them, but I'd rather have a Golem, I think, destroying enemy temples. Poison Golem, yeah, not really a fan. So anyway, we're going to probably go Blood 9, and then we'll go that, and then we'll be done. The good thing is, when I'm done, all my mages are freaking useful. So I think Tianchi's done, because they've got huge amounts of mages in all their armies, like 30 here. They had 50 over in this one. So, anyway, I think they're done with research, and I think all their mages are just going to fight, and they're using the correct mage. So, we finished all that research. We empowered a bat in blood, so we need to get back to blood hunting now. I'd made a bunch of... what do you call it? Oh, wait, who's patrolling here? You guys are kind of doing a shitty job. Let's have you patrol. We can make a Mount King to help patrol here. We had made... actually, okay, we need to redo this turn from scratch. Because I went and alchemized, and I'm not sure I want to, so we're going to just undo it. Okay. Let's go ahead. I had made Amulets of the Dead, so let's go ahead and pass these out. And then... you, who had made them, I think you're going to chill out. Actually, we can make our Mount King with you. You're going to Blood Hunt. We had also made a Fever Fetish, which we need to equip. So the Fever Fetish was... I was really surprised some of these kind of economy unique items hadn't been made yet, whereas a lot of them had. But yeah, Fever Fetishes, you just put on an undead unit, you're gonna get 2 fire gems a turn, which is a pretty damn good deal considering it costs 8 gems to make. I'll take these off you. I kind of had gone and organized my items last turn too, so they're not quite as jumbled as they had been. You have been... Okay, you're gonna Blood Hunt. You probably need to make a Sanguine Dowsing Rod. And after that, this is our last vat we've empowered. So after that, we're going to be doing vampires. And then we're going to have like a legit blood economy. Not, like we're not going to have masses of vampires, but we'll be able to make blood items on the regular. Which is kind of all I wanted out of it. And then, if we need to, we can do some late game blood stuff. And it also just is a good thing to be prepared for in case, Astral Corruption or something gets dropped. You don't want to be caught with 0 blood when that happens. Okay, we're going to move these guys over here. So, Mr. Hands teleported in. Now, I don't think this is the kit. We're not going to put the summit on Mr. Hands for this job. I think we're going to give him another sort of swiftness. And this just might be his kit. He's going to be pretty hard to hit. He's going to have decent repel, though that will kind of get negated with basically how it blobs, or how it gets eroded down. But we can potentially send Mr. Hands in. Now, if I send him in, he would go in with like heavy fluffer support. And I had already thought about kind of who that would be. And I'm also going to hit all 3 back provinces to cause a complete army loss here. And I can do that in conjunction with... But I kind of want to wait another turn. The only thing I don't want to wait, and this is why I backed off, is... because I may want to go this turn, is he's getting his Dominion in here pretty freaking quick. Like, it went up 2 candles last turn. And if it goes up to 4, I don't think I can use my God, which... it'll honestly go up there this coming turn. Oh, he got Dom killed too. Holy shit. I didn't notice that until just now. So Ulm's been permanently vanquished. At the end, his Dominion didn't touch a single province. Oh shit. Yeah, so his Dominion's gonna spread really fast over this way. Oh, man. So, I knew he was getting close to getting Dom killed last turn, but I didn't realize it actually happened. I thought he had like at least 2 or 3 more turns. It really went fast there at the end. So, I had thoughts. One was like, I wait a turn, and if I wait a turn, I can alchemize and do wishing for magical power, which actually you would think I'm kind of going overkill on it now, but actually I'm getting to the point where it's getting really, really good. There's little things too, like getting all these up to 3 gives me more resistance. Like, I'm going to get 2 more shock resistance too for my next casting, which doesn't sound like much, but in conjunction with everything else, my fear gets better every time I do it because I get more death. Being up higher in Astral is good. Like right now I can't do Acid Storm without an item, so that's obviously pretty sweet if I can cast Acid Storm. But I kind of think I have to go now. But if I make a go now, he's probably going to have more things he can send. But I think I'm okay with that. I think it's worth it. I think the value to me of just wiping this army off the board, pretty high. Pretty high. Look at all those Imperial... mainly of Imperial Geomancers. That is a dangerous place to send your god, but I think Mr. Hands can do it. And if he can't, you know, nothing wagered. Nothing won. What are we up to? Okay, 1 more temple too, which actually we're going to make this turn. This guy. is going to go ahead and make a temple here. That'll get us up to Dominion Strength 12. Which is pretty freaking good. It would really... I don't know if the Throne of Bureaucracy exists. Okay, it does. I don't know where it is. I would really like to get that one. How much does it give? Just one? Yeah, Dominion Conflict 1. Okay, so we'll just do it. I don't know if we're gonna do it this turn, but let's see what we would do. Like, he would get teleported here. I would send in... I'm gonna send in an Astral Earth Fluffer, which these guys are pretty limited, so we're going to be very cautious with them. Is this the right one? Yeah, they're basically the same. I thought I had one that was different. He was... I really need an Astral with one Earth. I don't know if I have one of those. Thought I had one of those. Okay, whatever. We'll just do this guy. If we get magic dueled, that will suck, but... Okay, I need to find my... I think over here I've got this guy who site search didn't find anything, but I'm gonna take this shit off. Okay, you can come over here. So the way this would work is I'm going to teleport in a Fluffer with a Ring of Returning. And if he gets hit by Gifts of Heaven, then it's kind of bad. But, like, he would be in the very back. His script would be Iron Warriors. And then what could we do? I'm not really worried about shock resistance or anything, because he could do, like, try to throw off a ground army or something. But I think Iron Warriors is the main thing I want him to cast in Earth. I can't think of anything. Well, I guess Iron Will actually would be legit. And then an Astral, that'll make it so I don't need to do... yeah, that'll make it so I don't need to... just make it so we don't die here. Cast Iron Skin on ourselves and then attack closest. Okay. Hopefully that would get him zapped home. Well, let's go ahead and do my god. So my god would be all the way at the back, and then up one. And then he will do... Actually, he could probably be up two, so he didn't get quite as close to the other guy. I think the first thing is he wants to get Phoenix Pyre off. I think the second thing is... there's probably going to be a bunch of humans around him, so he can do Soul Vortex. I mean, just that, he's going to be pretty fucking hard to kill. The next is where I get into problems, like... he has poison resistance up, so I don't think Foul Vapors is going to kill him terribly quickly. Though that's an option. I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe it's Foul Vapors... Like, even with 10, it'll eventually go through. It's not going to be terribly killy. I think it's going to mostly make things run, but actually that's okay. I also... Could I do... What if I just made people run? Wailing Winds? Don't have enough. I have to be Death 3. So I'd have to do... This is... So I wanted to empower him and, like, wish for magical power. Because it would mean I could do things like... Acid Rain... I mean, Acid Storm or... Wailing Winds and stuff a lot easier. I need to cast it one more time. And like I said, it'll also make my resistances better. A bunch of things. So, Foul Vapors I could do. I've already got somebody casting Iron Skin on me. And Ethereal on me. I need somebody else to come in and cast... just you. Okay, so he teleports here. We'll put him again in the back. He can share the same square. But his basic job is going to be doing like a lot of the water stuff. So actually I probably should give him like a water item. So I want him to do quickness, which is going to help with the attack and defense. I'll give him... I think Water Wave Warriors is actually really important here. Which actually, you know, this has me thinking it's probably better if he can hit both of these squares. That way, if these guys get hit by Wave Warriors, that would be kind of nice. What is the other water stuff I want to cast? I think that's about it. Yeah, it's probably like do that and then just drop out of Living Water. And like, I guess this guy can do it when his script's done too. Okay, so these guys are all going to Ulm. Yeah. Now, let's double check the script for Mr. Hands. So, Foul Vapors, he would get... then probably Personal Regen. Though, actually, I can have somebody else fluff him for that, so I think we'll do that. And then... Or, you know what I can do? I can just have this guy who's going in, we can just take a lot of the gear off of him. We can have him retreat after he casts that. And then, I think, because I don't have enough of these rings of returning, I think we can stick the ring of returning on Home Slice. And hopefully... Now, this is not as high of an HP chassis, so it may not work, but if I give her a Thistle Mace... she should be able to Cloud Trapeze on top of Home also. Which, for her, the script would basically be something like she has, which is regeneration. I don't know. If there's anything else in particular, like Gift of Flight would be kind of cool. Nature. Yeah, there's really just not too much here in terms of buffs. What's the final path? She has fire? Yeah, fire doesn't really do buffs. I mean, Gift of Flight would be the only thing else. I don't even know if that's worth it. We do that. Then she'd probably get hit and get zapped home, but if she gets zapped home, we actually have to give her Shambler Skin. But now she can get one hit killed, so then we'd have to give her... You know, this is all for regeneration. Maybe we just... Because I think our other mage was going to die. Maybe we go back to the plan A, which is not having her Cloud Trapeze. But making this guy actually do his stuff, so... What were we giving you? So I think this will be our script we're going to go with. And I may change my mind and just delay this all a turn, which I'll probably keep the scripts, but I'll probably just not attack. If I do that, I'm going to alchemize and magical empower my dude, but I'm really worried about enemy dominion. So, we'll see. Okay, wait, what were we doing? Wave Warriors, Quickness. I don't think anybody was casting... Wait, were you casting Body Ethereal? You know what's weird is I actually say this is ethereal now, whereas some of you remember I used to say ethereal. But now I don't even think about it, I just look at it and I say ethereal, so you guys have changed me. For the worse, I would say, but I'm changed. Okay, here we go. Wave Warriors. Oh shit, he can do Time Stop too. Oh shit. Prepare to get fucked. I even forgot. Time Stop. Oh wait, yeah. Time Stop, who's your daddy? That's actually reasonably quick to cast. Then we're gonna do Phoenix Pyre. Well, let's do the... Because I think I can run through my whole script. We actually can probably do some of them... Well, I don't want to trigger the returning on the people with... Yeah. We have to be careful about our fluffers not finishing their script by us doing things which are going to cause them to rout, like Vengeful Waters. I mean, Foul Vapors. I mean, is this going to give me enough if I did Power the Spheres, and then I could do... I can't do Soul Drain. I could do Astral Tempest, which would be pretty legit here. Problem is, my MR is not going to be awesome. What are my other high paths? I have Earth. you know, you could spam out Earthquake. I mean, that would be kind of hilarious. Time stop, Earthquake times 4. I mean, can you say holy shit? Let's actually see if that would work. Oh no, 4 rounds. I think the longer casting time things will like eat up a lot of the time stop, so I don't think I can get 4 off. And then his guys are, I'm sure, going to be pretty buff. Like all his communion slaves. Power the spheres. Honestly, I think Astral Tempest is going to be the best bet. Because their guys don't have great MR, they have okay MR, but it's not great. I mean, I could do both. But let's get the important ones up. Phoenix Pyre. Soul Vortex. I don't think I need Power the Spheres for this script. And then... just drop Foul Vapors. And then Astral Tempest. Yeah, and then good luck not dying. So we'll just make sure we have a ton of Astral. Like, let's give you 10. And then no conservative gem use. Just go crazy. Go hog wild. Give you another fire gem too. Use that. So... yeah, you want to talk about a scary freaking dude. This guy. Now there's a Tartarian spirit who will be preferentially targeted by a lightning shield. So I think we're going to give him a lightning shield. And if that doesn't have shock resistance, then we're going to mess it up pretty fierce. We also see more Tartarian spirits, like, over this way. Like, they conquered this with the little tart, and then it looks like Horrors attacked this, though I'm not sure. And TNG has definitely at least laid claim to this, though it hasn't conquered it. We also didn't conquer this fort yet. Did we watch all the battles? I don't think we did. Here's my thug going to town. I sent a thug in. This, I think, is a very legit thug. Like, pretty freaking high MR. He can get the Iron Will off if he gets a full script. And, like, look at this. Okay, so 80 fatigue, but he's more than fatigue neutral. He's got 10 reinvigoration, so that's going to go way down. Like, he's already at 70. Protection, 31. Has shock weakness, so it's not perfect, but hey. So there's that battle. We attack. I don't know if Yiss has gone AI. We should check. I would have gone AI if I were Yiss at this point. But anyway, he's got a bunch of druids out defending his last unsieged fort. And we send in the Water Ellies. And they do what they do. So that was reasonably efficient. We didn't lose anything. We have a battle with Ulm where we kill some PD. Didn't lose anything. And then we have a battle here with TNG where we see TNG fighting Shinuyama. And so this actually is a pretty scary TNG army. You can see he's got very good use of communions. Communions are temperamental, and while it looks really cool when everything works, like they're working great now, once you hit them with Murdering Winter or Flames from the Sky, they stop working very, very quickly. So I don't think TNG, like, he's doing everything right, but I think the time's running out, because late game for humans is bad. Very bad. I mean, the nice thing is he has really good massable sacreds, but the bad thing is I can just kill them in a huge swath, and they're kind of, I mean, even if you have a lot of forts, they're a little hard to replace. Okay, and so that was that battle. Next, we attacked Ulm with just the lightest little squad. I just wanted to lay siege to this fort. And we basically made a water elemental and we're spamming Frozen Heart. Okay. Anyway, that barely worked, but we didn't think there was much there. I know that basically TNG had been raiding it, and I didn't think Ulm was going to put a lot of PD there, so... Oh, we found a magic site. Monstrous Conch and Displaced Tunnel. So, having site searched here turned out to be a good idea. 2 more gem income. Did we go through all these events? Yeah, we didn't find anything from the remote site searching, though. Okay, there was that. This is our battle for one of these last forts on our coast with Yists. Frostfend here would have been nice. It would have saved me losing a few Shamblers, so that definitely would have been worth casting. I think I meant to. I don't know why I didn't. They're all moss-bodied up, too, so... but having regeneration, I should be okay. Okay, and we probably went a little overkill on water elementals, but there were a lot of druids in there, and you never know what they would do. So, not bad. Lost 4 dudes, and that fort is now ours. Okay, so we kind of jumped into... And then, yeah, Ulm has been permanently destroyed. So, yeah, we're building a temple here, which we talked about. This is under siege, though we need to get more troops to it. Our siege strength here is not terribly formidable. It's only 126. So that's going to take a while. We checked out this site, too, which I haven't looked at yet. We've got the Unfound Door, a Wolf Oak, a Bronze Pillar, and we've cast Astral Wind, and the Silver Throne. Okay. Where the hell is the Throne of Bureaucracy? Somebody's got it. Maybe TNG has it and doesn't want people to know how close they are to a throne victory. Not sure. So if we do this, the other part of it is going to be having all of my thugs just go ham on their back line here. So they're going to need hats, astral hats. I don't have reinvigoration gear for them, which kind of sucks. So actually going ham without fatigue gear can kind of suck. I'm kind of wishing I had thought this through a little better and made some fatigue gear. Maybe we just go into murder mode and hope we kill everybody really fast. How many of these armors do I have? Not terribly many. But that will help a little bit. I honestly think these forts are going to be easier. I'm a little more worried. Like, this is the only province I don't really have scouted that he can retreat to. So I think you are going to take the Heart province, which will be this one. Because he's going to have these boots. He's going to have a little bit of reinvigoration. And we're going to go ahead and give him a few gems so he can teleport out if he needs to. Ring of Frost. need the fire resistance, you never know. Okay, so he's going to teleport, I think, here. The script we'll give him, I think, will be just very minimalist. I'm expecting mostly human troops. So, like this. What's his fatigue situation? 6 reinvigoration, kind of a lot. Reasonably high protection. And until he gets smacked, he's actually he's going to be fatigue neutral. So we can go a little. Well, let's not do quick and self. That might make him fatigue negative. I think we're going to liquid body. I think we'll do astral shield next. Then we'll do breath of winter. This is going to be a longer script than my non-fatigue neutral ones are going to have. And then, yeah, the final thing you're going to get, I think, is going to be resist magic, and then attack closest. This guy is going to kill an unlimited amount of PD, I think. He doesn't have a way to deal with chip damage, but I think he has enough HP that it's not going to matter. Crossbows will be a little annoying, but I think he's got it. So we'll see. Cutting off the retreat routes is a very high priority for us. The other nice thing about having my army here is I think it's unlikely that they're going to pull these mages out, which would, of course, make me very sad. Because then either the mages, I could bump into them, or... yeah. Or they wouldn't die, and I do want them to all die. So here we go. Whoops. I think you were gonna... So I think these guys are going to get like a turbo kit. I don't want them to fail a morale check, so we're still gonna flesh eater them. But I'm also... Okay. I think we're also gonna put 2 gems on them. So he'll get this top one. And these guys are going to get a very different script. They're not going to sustain. I just need to kill everything very quickly. So Body Ethereal, just... You can't say no. My hat protection is not great, but it's not horrible. Maybe we throw these on for some added strength, because we're going to get kind of our strength nerfed in a hot second. What's our MR? We can go ahead and throw one of these on. So, Body Ethereal, and then I think Quickness. And if there's a big PD dump, we're just kind of in trouble. And then I think it's attack closest. We just try to delete them quickly enough. And I think we're high enough protection, unless he has like 30 or 40 PD, we should be okay. The final one we need to get, and I'm kind of wondering now where... I think I'm missing a Flesh Eater. Where's my last Flesh Eater? I have another one. Okay, we might pirate one of these guys. Maybe you. Lost an arm. You are not an ideal candidate for this, sir. Okay, this guy's probably in range. Do I not have another Flesh Eater? I could have sworn I made one more. Let's take a quick look. Okay, here's one. This guy's patrolling. I think we might have to salvage this off you, bud. I think we're gonna hang tight. I don't think... Well, okay, that's fine. You can patrol. I gotta remember next turn to come back and give him a flesh shooter. So let's go ahead and make another one or two. Because this flesh shooter is so important for them not failing a morale check, which is how most of this goes south, I think. Okay, buddy. You get that flesh eater. You also get some armor. Not great. And you get... I think that's all you get. Very budget thug here. And we are going to teleport you on the third province that they could retreat to. And you're going to get basically the same script as your brother did, which is going to be body ethereal, liquid body, and then attack closest. Now, this province is deep winter. These actually are all deep winter. So, because of that, Breath of Winter actually is pretty good. Do I have frost resistance? Okay, I do. Maybe it's worth, since it's going to be so cold, doing Breath of Winter. Okay? A little more fatigue than I wanted to use, but I think I think it's worth it in this case. I think we're going to go ahead and do Breath of Winter. Appears everybody's cold. And this guy is our, like, heavy thug. Because if he moves any mages back this way, they won't bump, unless he moves in patrols, which honestly he wouldn't really be expecting. This war is going to kind of catch him off guard, I think. But I think it's worth it. Like, A, he's in wars with other people, so he can't respond very quickly to me. And just getting this army completely off the board, I think, will free up me to have a pretty strong position on this portion of the map. Meanwhile, we can take this and just let him know that this is going to be ours from now on. I think we should be okay. Looks like we have really bad unrest here too. I wonder why. A monster boar, so we'll have to get that out. Okay, so I think you guys... did 10 here, I think. And then... I don't want to do too much, but I think it's probably time to take this province back, this cave. Though I'm pretty worried. The thing is, this is the problem. Like, I want to do a limited war to start getting like an advantage. But if I take too much of TNG's stuff, this alliance against TNG, which is very valuable to me, is going to fall apart. Two enchanters. Looks like he's trying to catch raiders here. Okay, what are we gonna do with this guy? I think I had taken these off. I need to bank up fire gems. Taking this off too. So I'm not going to do all this micro with you because it's been kind of a long episode. So I'll just tell you what we're going to do. We are going to... Nothing's going on over here. We're just sieging this down. This guy has one more turn of siege. Being sieged. We're probably going to have to go ahead and march another army over this way. So I'll probably go and take these guys and put them here and march them up this way. We'll find a target. What should we do with this? I kind of want to find all the thrones. If I don't have anything better to do, we're going to be watching thrones. Well, you hang tight for a minute. Okay, we're going to find out what all of these thrones are. I think we'll actually take this off you. You can go run around. You are now going to be the Stone Sphere caster. Let's see if you can hit this. Damn it. Do I have an arcane lens? Don't. Do I have anything closer? Maybe this. Just check. I only need to be one closer. Okay, nice. So we'll see what this throne is. Okay, so we're the other thing I did, and I didn't mention this last episode, is I've sent out a big swath of the. I'm basically trying to finish doing some site searching that I should have probably done a while ago, but you know how things go in wars. You get things that are not of immediate priority get put on the back burner. As I was funneling all resources into fighting Yis. This guy, I think you can hang tight. Actually, I want to keep a water. Well, we're not at war with Pythium, and I don't expect to be terribly soon. So maybe we come down. Maybe we have time to go site search. Here we're preaching. Here we're preaching. But basically, we're going to be fixing a lot of the site searching issues that we had. Like here, we need to site search for water. Like a lot of my things, I haven't even site searched for water. And nobody, like yes, might have site searched some of these for water. Like Pangea probably didn't. Not very well, anyway. And they might have site searched Earth some, but probably not a ton. So getting our ass out and site searching for Earth is also probably not a bad idea. Which what we'll be doing. Though I think for the Earth one, we may actually... Since Earth gems aren't super valuable at the moment, I may go ahead and just do remotes. I think this guy... Well, I think these guys actually are just going to walk around. Site search more. Here we're going to research... Okay, now I had alchemized a ton of death into... into Astral to do basically wishing for magical power. But if I'm going to move my god this turn, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'll turn them into Mount Fiends, which I'm not sure if that's the best call, but it will give me some free spawn, some siege chaff. And if the game goes really late, which it's seeming it will probably be a good investment. If it doesn't, it probably would have been better to spend it on more killy stuff. We'll have to figure out what you're going to do. Oh, the other thing I'm going to show you is to get rid of this, I'm going to try a nouveau approach to dealing... I didn't want to do like Call the Winds, because while it's good at patrolling, they tend to die when they find stuff. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to move these guys here, and we're going to just script them to do Liquid Body, Advance, and cast spells. And hopefully this will avoid them dying, and they will also be able to spam out Frozen Heart at whoever they catch when they're patrolling. But this will be a fair amount. They're like these guys are going to now have like 11 siege strength or patrol strength apiece, so it's going to be like 30 people patrolling. I probably need another round, so maybe we go ahead and make some more Rings of Warning. I mean, it's not super efficient. I've never done this before as a means of patrolling, but I have gems and I don't really have troops, so that's how we're going to deal with that. And it'll be good at dealing with these little fuckers who pop up to mess with me. Here we're up to 6, so I can continue preaching one more turn. These guys go over here. Yeah, that's just too big and too vulnerable of an army for me to pass up on. Now there is a tart on top, and that tart does cause me a little concern, but I'm not too worried about it. I think it's probably just going to run with the rest of the army. I think we'll be able to basically cause an HP rout. Okay, why... Okay, let's go ahead and check the script again. Time Stop, Phoenix Pyre, Soul Vortex. The Soul Vortex, actually, I need to think about. Soul Vortex can trigger on these guys next to me and cause them to do returning, so. Okay, people coming in with me. You're coming in. Quickness, Wave Warriors, Retreat. I dig. Maybe we do... Or no, let's not do Retreat. Cast spells. And then you are going to do Body Ethereal. And then you are going to do... Wait, who's our other guy? You're the other guy coming in. Iron Warriors, Iron Will. Both very important for this. Body Ethereal is the third one. Iron Skin, Living Water. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and give you to Living Water. And I think this will be enough to kill his army. Things I'm not casting: Personal Regen. Okay, let's go ahead and put that Amulet of the Fish on before we kill ourselves. Yeah, I think it's time to introduce TNG to Mr. Hands. I think we might cast another Call the Winds, I think, over here. Where's my Air 2? I think that's what you're going to do. And if I have anybody who's reasonably high in death, what am I doing? Arouse Hunger. I just need Siege Strength right now. Okay, so you can do it with the Skull Staff. I mean, these guys have a fair amount, like 40 siege strength. That is not a bad deal. In fact, if I have another one lying around somewhere, we'll probably cast it again. Like, what is this guy doing? Okay, you can't cast it underwater. I forget, what is the Ghost Riders? Death 6. So I'd have to have a Lich. So he can potentially start Ghost Ridering. Now I could also make a move. The problem is, I'm thinking if I make a move this way, like it may be a good idea, but I'm also gonna like definitely put this throne in jeopardy and put this one, and those are enough, I think, to trigger everybody to team up against me. But I probably could take this, and I probably could one turn crack it. What's my siege strength here? 340. And this is a pretty easy fort to take. I think we're gonna do that. I'm tired of this Dominion pushing into me. So it shouldn't be too hard to do. Well, anyway, we're probably gonna script something this way. I'm gonna have to. This is gonna be a long turn. I'm gonna set that up. I'm probably gonna raid here, here, and here, and here. And then I might snipe off this tart. I don't know if I have the right gear. Let's see if I do. Okay, I have a Holy Scourge, which is the beginnings of good gear. Could this guy do it? A Lightning Hat plus a Holy Scourge. Very high chance I would kill him, especially if I teleport in a Water Elemental Summoner too. Which is probably what I would do. Do I have enough hats though? I think I'm out of hats this turn, so no more teleporting. I could Mind Taunt it though. Well, no, I think I'm out of hats for that too. But yeah, I guess we'll probably do a big Alpha Strike on TC. Just start collecting some of that income. He doesn't really have Unforted Temples, which would be kind of my first target. But taking this and potentially taking Bandar Log, like, I don't think it could stop me. And this army here actually probably could roll on Bandar Log. How much siege strength do I have here? 210? Yeah, that's probably enough. Take that in like 3 turns. I'm sure he's got a shit ton of PD there too that we would just slaughter. I could send a Thug specially designed to... 4 Imperial Geomancers is not enough to do Gifts of Heaven. Like, Gifts of Heaven... you need to be Earth... Well, I guess it is. They could do Earth Power. So you could have... Yeah, Power of the Spheres and Earth Power and... Okay, it is. It's definitely enough. So that we have to be a little careful about. This would probably be better to deal with Water Elementals. So this one would probably not be a Thug that we would send it here. This one would probably be like... And maybe all of them, we just do Water Elementals. And that way I don't have to worry about gear. Yeah, enough Water Elementals and almost all PD is gonna get smushed. And in the Frost too, like in the cold, yeah, the Frost aura of Ice Elementals, and Ice Elementals are good against humans. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. So I'll probably do it. I think this is gonna be the start of the war on TNG. I don't wanna, I don't want the episodes to get boring. Thing is, I could just wait, but I'm presented with too big of an opportunity. And this is such a big opportunity for me And if I miss that opportunity, then it's going to be really hard to get that opportunity back. Like, Tianqi is going to get more entrenched. He's kind of winning this war against Shiniyama. So, yeah, I think he's definitely going to make a cry for peace. I don't know if people will give it to him. The thing I'm worried, if I win the war too good against Tianqi, then he's probably going to get people to turn on me. So I kind of want to win it, but the thing is, it usually doesn't make sense to try to win a war slowly. Normally you want to win it quickly. So those are like conflicting thoughts. So I think I want to win it quickly, or like gain value from it quickly. Maybe we just try to exterminate Tianqi. I mean, I potentially could take over all of this. I've got a lot of armies near here. And I could potentially get this. How many thrones am I at? Have I claimed this one? I have. We are now at 4 thrones. We need 8 to win. So I need 4 more. I think if I got 5, it will void the nap with Shiniyama. So that would mean basically making a play for this one. I think taking some of this and then like winning in this front. I don't want to. I think Ulm is worth going inland for because I think I can have make a good. It's close enough, I think, to a lot of other forces that I can make like a strong play for Ulm. I think going. I don't want to like try to go inland. I think I want to take all Tianqi stuff on my border and like have it at least half the time. And all his forts on my border, I think I want to get. Maybe that's the goal. So I'm not sure. I have to think about it more. But anyway, should be an exciting turn next episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you next time.